Hi, how are you doing? I'm Professor Adriana, a dermatologist and specialist in cosmetology, and I'm here today to say that I'm back. Unfortunately, our YouTube channel, Beleza de Aze, which had amassed a following of 271,000 subscribers, was hacked in December 2024. And not even with a legal appeal. I wasn't able to get it back. But when God closes a door, I always say that He truly throws open a much wider and more promising window, and that's precisely why I am standing here today with this truly wonderful and inspiring video for all of you. I kindly ask that you please go ahead and subscribe to this wonderful channel, leave a really nice and thoughtful comment, and tell me precisely what you truly need and exactly what you are genuinely looking for in this amazing world of beauty right here on YouTube, so that I can effectively bring it directly to you. What you're looking for is exactly the reason I'm here. So I ask you, write down here what you've been searching for in the world of hair removal that you haven't been able to find. And every week we'll be posting brand new content just for you. So I also ask you to leave your stay with the video, because today I brought on an epilotherapist, a wonderful student of mine who already works with the sugar method, the pill, and she's going to talk about how she managed to switch from the Spanish method, from roll-on to the sugar method, and what she thinks about all of this. It's really hard for us to break through the barrier to pure sugar. I want to tell you that even through TNT, you can be sure that the absolute here, that's why Polita is here, we can achieve results that are just as beneficial. All right? So Polly, welcome, my dear. Tell the girls about your experience. When did you make the switch? Did you make up your mind or not? Is this the one you decided to stick with, and why?
As I told the teacher, when it comes to waxing and when it comes to her paste, she was a turning point in my career because it was a real game changer. 5 years ago, I got to know the teacher. I'm from Marañón, and I saw her in those videos and thought, wow, this is something out of this world, right? I never imagined I would have the opportunity to take a course with her. Never imagined I would attend a conference with her. It was extraordinary. So when I got here, right now I'm in Intilema with Borba in Paraná. When I arrived, I saw the opportunity to take her course, and it was a real turning point. I used to work with Roland, which everyone knows, and with the Spanish method. I didn't have many clients because the Spanish method is more painful, right? And people were a bit apprehensive about it. When I started, I told her today that there were 2 clients who really wanted to get waxed by me. And I was afraid because they had faces full of blackheads, really inflamed, and they had it all over their bikini area, and they would come in to get it done. So for me, it was very difficult because if anything happened, the responsibility would be mine, right? And so I went and started investing in the teacher's wax to try out a new method, because the Spanish one, the water-soluble ones from the supermarkets, those new brands we buy, I've tried them all. For me, there's none like the teacher's, so it's really good. So my clients today, I have clients starting from 13 years old. From their first menstruation, they already start doing it, right? And they love it. Some people come in with very thick hair, and I haven't switched to the sugaring method because I'm lazy, because you can do it. I do it on myself. I think it's really good. But for my work with TNT, I find it much faster. So you apply it, everything is really quick, there's no mess. Today I work 100% only with the teacher's wax. I still have some Spanish wax in stock, I do, but I'm too lazy to offer it to clients. Some don't want it because one client recommended me to another. So when I started working, my income grew a lot. It's something that brings in good money. The Spanish wax used to make a mess. It would fall on the floor. You'd have to keep scraping it off. The pot was always dirty, but with the water-soluble wax, that's not the case. Between one client and another, I brought one of my little pots. I was going to show the studio where I work today, but I share the room with 2 others, so the other one was busy. I do waxing and the other does eyelashes, so she was busy. I couldn't do it, but I brought it. I put the classic wax here, and if any wax falls between one client and another, I spray it, add water, and clean it with paper. Done. It's practical. It's a lifesaver. So I stuck with it. I'm happy. And the girls come to me because they say, my God, I hear what they say. New clients say, wow, I used to go to so-and-so for a long time and my hair never got any thinner, but with the teacher's wax and method, it's extraordinary. Any questions?
I felt precisely the same thing that you did. It's truly the same. The very same practicality and efficiency that we possess, and the significant savings too. And now All of my previous Spanish waxes are completely shelved. I exclusively use only this one. Gee.
I have a bit of a grudge about working with Spanish wax, so a technique, that was it.
When you switched from Spanish wax to regular water-soluble wax to the Greek pastes, how long did it take? What was the period of time when you really noticed that your income doubled? When did you notice that it really started to become profitable for you?
I had already tried working with water-soluble wax back in my city, but the water-soluble wax there, I don't know if you have the same experience, is very runny. So when you apply it, it doesn't come off, it gets sticky, and it can even leave marks because it gets really sticky.
The temperature, right?
I think it's something to do with the ingredients. I've tried several of them.
Oh, they're different ones, right? Different brands.
Different brands. So then I had given up on water-soluble wax because of that, since I was spending money without getting any return.
Then,
When I got to know the teacher's brand, then I started working with it, and it was a huge success. I started here, I arrived 5 years ago, and it's been about 4.5 years since I started buying from the teacher. Then I started buying the course, I started with the course, and then I began promoting my work. So in my view, it's something completely different. And it's practical, it's fast, but clients love it, and one tells another. Oh, when I wanted to change and try the teacher's method, it was my boss. She invested in me. It wasn't even me, she was the one who invested. And so she saw that it was a good option. Because she saw the beginning, right? The first time, we always get a little nervous, right? You pay a bit more, kind of scared, but it's wonderful. Here's a tip, it's cold here.
Look, let me ask you, what's the temperature in your city?
I was just about to say. Here, you'll get to know much more about the beautiful state of Paraná, right? So everyone already knows exactly what I typically do, right? I absolutely do not store them while they are still very hot. When I completely finish preparing them, I always leave the lid slightly ajar, just a little bit open, to allow all the steam to escape after I've carefully sealed it really well. That's precisely how I consistently store it in the refrigerator during the warm summer months. And the difference with this paste from the teacher, because there's one she taught a while back. When you pick it up like this, touch it. I won't touch it with my hand here, okay? With the cream, you touch it and you feel there's a bit of water on top of it. Wow, you already start to panic, thinking you've ruined the wax, but no. You put it in the microwave, let it heat up well, but don't let it boil. For the love of God, don't let it boil. How long?
Polly, with the amount you have there, how long do you heat it so they have an idea?
It depends on the microwave, since everyone has a different one. But what I do is, because I'm cautious, I put this amount. It's about 2 fingers high. I heat it for 20 seconds, then I stir it. And if it's still hard, I heat it for another 20 seconds because it needs to get really liquid. And you have to stir, stir, stir because it goes back to its normal consistency. This is to bring it back to its normal consistency when it's been left out. Why? Explain.
Explain to them why. Why you need to stir it.
Because they have other components, right? So you have to stir it well to mix all its components together again. The teacher knows the right word for it. That's right.
I'll help just so the girls understand. Look, remember that product from Natura, the 3-phase one? That was oil and water and we had to shake it to mix? That's right, the paste is the same thing. It's hydro-based. It goes with water. So because it's so good like this, we add vegetable oil and essential oils to it. So when it sits, that syrupy layer on top is the oil. And if we don't heat it up, even in hot places, if we don't heat it up, like in a place where it's 40 degrees, you might not even heat it. But you still need at least 20 or 30 seconds. Why? So we can mix the active ingredients exactly. And then that's it. The magic happens, you know? So that's what Polly told me, and it was such a big help because we couldn't understand why the people in the 40-degree heat said they couldn't get the right consistency in the wax, and that's why. So what Polly is saying is really valuable because it makes total sense. We need to do this mixing so the active ingredients can blend together, right? It's just like with any product we're going to use. Many of them say to shake before use, precisely for this reason. I
haven't lost a single wax batch yet, not one. When it's just a little off, I can get it back to the right consistency. And in the summer, since it's so hot, I keep them in a little bag, put them in the bag, and then put them in the fridge, down on the bottom shelf, really nice and easy. And always when you're going to use it, make sure it's at its proper temperature, nice and firm, so that when it gets warm, it works. So we can do the procedure properly, because if it's already warm from the room temperature, it won't have the same grip. And even when I put it in the fridge, it gets nice and firm, really firm. Then, when you're ready to use it, just heat it up as usual, stir it, and it's wonderful. Any questions?
But then, so to actually do it in this particular way, it's only ever to be used exclusively with TNT, right?
Yes, because the sugaring method is hotter, it's firmer.
So every time, from what I understand, every time you're going to use it, whether it's for the regular hydrosoluble point, which would be with TNT, or for the paste, you have to heat it up well first, give it a good stir, mix all its components together, and then wait a bit. Really let it settle before applying it to the skin using the sugaring method.
Exactly, Babis, that's right. But this procedure, the hydrosoluble itself, how can I put it? Because you see, the client's body...
Where she lives, it's hot, so she arrives with her body practically on fire. Because the system is, the client's body, the sugar will adhere according to the body's temperature, right?
Yes, that's exactly it.
And then, in this case, as soon as you start, it already begins to stick a lot. If you can do it, right? Yeah.
Babis, I'm sure you're applying it too quickly. That's why, look, I had a student here on Thursday from the MB method, and then, like every Japanese person, obviously, she picked it up like this, and I even joked. I said, I feel like hitting you, Priscilla. How can you be so smart? Seriously, how do you do it? Because she doesn't have it. Because when someone comes from the Spanish method to get rid of the tip habit, they pull upwards, and then it messes everything up. I said, I don't know how I'm going to get this girl to understand that it's now. I said once that it was 45 degrees. I showed it on a leg. She got it. And I want to show you this video because when I tell you guys, us waxers, this field, I don't know if it's just the field I know, right? Our field. But one always wants to know more than the other. And the other doesn't want to learn the other's technique because she thinks she's better. So she won't learn from, guys, what do I learn from you? And I thank God for having this humility in my heart because I learned so much and I learned from Lydia. The way she did it on her daughter's leg, Lydia, is the same way Japa adapted, and she did a leg in 6 minutes. The first time this woman picked up the sugaring paste, so I tell you, it's not actually faster to do it on TNT. We fool ourselves. So I want to share this video with you. I want to show you this video on TV edition, and you'll see it's not falling off the spatula. It's steady. It's steady.
Yeah, that made it a lot easier because she did a good part of the leg.
Exactly, I told her, apply the same amount you use with the roll-on. Isn't that about the same amount we use with the roll-on? Yes. So that's what you need to keep in mind. You're going to apply exactly the same amount you're used to applying with the roll-on. It's just that we think using the roll-on is much faster, but we don't take into account that it breaks every hair it finds along the way, that it doesn't offer any benefit for the skin or the hair. So, do you know how many grams are in there? 60. But it's expensive, isn't it? And Bobby, pay attention because you guys tear the gloves. Look at how she's holding the glove. Her finger is stiff. The finger needs to be stiff. It's not the glove that comes up. It's this, standing up. Look, almost with the nail, with the tip. Look, that's what she does. She didn't tear the glove even once. She only changed it to then move on to the part, I think the back part. But I told her, from there we adapted. She said, Professor, but with this amount that's here, can't I do another leg? I said, you can, but let's do this. Let's do it sideways. And then, just like we recorded, she turned sideways. And then she did the whole back part, then took just a little more wax with the spatula itself. At that moment, she changed the glove to get more wax, right? But that's just a way of adapting. But you see, guys, look at how she's gliding. She's gliding with her nail, even the shape of her fingers. Look, we have to keep our fingers stiff. And when the glove tears, it's because we're using the phalange, not the fingertip. Look at the way the tip with the nail. Another reason, right, why you can't have your nails too long. Cool, right, guys? Really cool. If you want to know a lot more about the world of sugaring, I'll leave a link here in the description for you to start in this wonderful world of hair removal with the sugar method, which is the safest method. It doesn't cause skin lesions, it doesn't hurt the skin, you don't get burns, and ingrown hairs don't happen because you work in the direction of natural hair growth. So it doesn't break the hair, and consequently doesn't cause ingrown hairs, and it doesn't cause folliculitis. If you do it regularly, every 25 days, folliculitis becomes a thing of the past, because folliculitis happens in the hair follicle. And when you remove the hair with the follicle, as is the case with this method, you don't get the dreaded folliculitis. So click the link in the description and come be a part of this wonderful world of sugaring. Big kiss, God bless you, and see you in the next video. Bye.